Montrell's grandmother, the baby's father's mother, has been desperately searching for Montrell for a month.
I just hope my son open his mouth to speak. I love him and bring my grandbaby back.
Montrell's grandmother and other family members, drenched in agony, have been walking up and down Garrison Park since yesterday as divers slowly move up and down the river.
Please make healing in this family.
The tight-knit family of a young father accused of doing the unthinkable is struggling tonight to understand why.
I don't have the answer to why he do this. He trusted him. He trusted him. He took his life.
Today we'll be in New York City, in the Bronx to be exact, going over a very disturbing situation that played out over a period of time. To paint a picture, it was Mother's Day weekend 2025, and like many people, Sabrina Williams' family had gathered together in our Bronx home to celebrate the day. What should have been a special day for her unfortunately turned into chaos after an alleged altercation with her 20-year-old son Arius. Things were said to be so heated that Arius decided to leave the home, but the way he left with his young son was definitely concerning. Sabrina would try texting him, begging him to bring his son back, seeing that his mind was not in the right place. But it seems as though Arius had other plans and he acted fast, because after that day, no one would see the young child again. 20-year-old Arius Williams was last seen with his son, 2-year-old Montrell Williams, the day he stormed out of his mother's home. The young child was allegedly dropped off that weekend by his 17-year-old mother, with whom Arius shared custody with. It was not clear if Sabrina was supposed to be looking after the child alongside her son, but his behavior after he left the home became questionable. Only a few hours would pass when Arius turned up at a cousin's home without Montrell, which in turn alarmed the family. They knew something was off and that Arius was not acting his normal self. Loved ones said they tried to keep him at his cousin's apartment as they questioned him about Montrell's whereabouts, but he only told them, he's gone, before fighting his way out. This is when Sabrina and other family members went to the police station to report their concerns for Montrell's safety, but they were told there was nothing that they could do since the child was with his dad during an approved visitation period. Despite what the police said, Sabrina and the family knew better and decided to take actions into their own hands. During some point, Montrell's mother was told what took place, and she and her side of the family also began looking for the 2-year-old. However, no one could have imagined something sinister taking place, and probably believed that he just did not want to tell where his son was. But when the time came for Arius to return Montrell to his mother, the 20-year-old still did not do so, causing Montrell's worried mother and maternal grandmother to go to family court demanding the child back. Also at the same time, photos of the father and son were plastered all over social media by loved ones, hoping that someone had seen little Montrell. Days passed, and then weeks, and still no sign, and no police help. It was as if the young baby vanished off the earth completely. Within 3 weeks after repeatedly going to family court, a judge ordered an arrest warrant for Arius on May 30th for custodial interference. He was not picked up right away, and a little over a week after the warrant was issued, he had a run-in with the mother of his child on Sunday, June 8th. The 17-year-old, like any responsible mother, confronted her child's father about their son's whereabouts, but Arius decided to pull a knife on her so she would call the police. However, this was not the most disturbing part of their confrontation, because Arius then admitted to throwing their son into the river. The very next day, Monday, June 9th, a Bronx family judge ordered Arius held without bond and shipped him to Rikers Island for contempt of court for refusing to divulge the location of Montrell.
We're still investigating all actions, the actions of the dad, the actions of officers who responded, and once we have a full understanding based on the detective division, we'll be able to answer what happened. But right now, our goal is to try to find the child.
Also, that same day, the NYPD finally released a photo of Montrell and asked the public to help locate him. Things moved fast from this point, now that authorities realized the severity of the situation. Once news started to spread, a tip came in that someone did see a man throw a bag into the river just hours after Arius would have left his mother's home. Authorities began to search the area and water near White Stone Bridge for the young boy while his dad was not behaving behind bars. Authorities were quickly building their case and even uncovering video surveillance of the alleged crime. By that Tuesday, Arius refused to get on the bus at Rikers Island to face the judge and missed court, but he did go to court on Wednesday, the same day a dark discovery was made. A body believed to be the missing 2-year-old Montrell Williams was recovered from the East River Wednesday afternoon, according to authorities. Investigators are working to officially confirm the identity of the child's body, which was found at exactly 12:18 p.m. But the remains are said to resemble photos of Montrell and dressed in a Calvin Klein t-shirt, the same article of clothing the toddler was wearing when he disappeared.
2-year-old Montrell Williams vanished back on May 10th after a custodial visit with his dad, who never returned the little boy to his mother. And when pressed about his son's whereabouts, police say the father's answer sent up major red flags.
Investigators have surveillance video of the father with his child here along the river.
It was here at this spot in Garrison Park in Hunts Point, marked with Montrell's favorite toys, that police believe it happened on or around May 10th. The 20-year-old father has been in police custody since Monday, when he allegedly told the child's 17-year-old mother he had thrown their son into the Bronx River. The NYPD launched a search in the water and through surveillance footage.
Our detectives did a good job in getting to this quickly, tracking that video, and seeing the crime committed on the video was heartbreaking.
Today, about 3 miles away near the Whitestone Bridge, they found a small body, transporting the remains to the medical examiner to find answers. The mystery is so painful and baffling to the family of the young father. They say he recently seemed like he'd begun struggling with mental health issues, arguing with family members before leaving their home with little Montrell last month.
Nobody expected this at all, because he loved his son, but I don't know what drove him to this.
There are truly no words for a parent that can look at their child and do such a thing. God only knows what happened before he put him in that bag, and for Arius to still be out on the street a whole month after his own mother went to the police is crazy. Sadly, even if the police were able to jump on it then, video records the police pulled show he threw the bag over within a few hours of leaving his mother's house. No one deserves to be dumped like trash, especially an innocent 2-year-old who literally had his whole life ahead of him. My heart truly goes out to his mother, at just 17, having to deal with something so tragic and devastating, plus on Mother's Day of all days. Montrell should still be here, and his life mattered. My thoughts and prayers go out to the entire family, who are now grieving the loss of a sweet little boy. Pray that full justice be served in this situation sooner than later. This case is so heartbreaking on so many levels. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers as well for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.